Hello everyone, Stefan again, probably going to be joined by Zanza. He's playing like 2 feet away from me right now. Just went to the Goodwill bins and had a pretty good morning. Thought I'd come on up here and do my thrift store finds for the beginning of this week. Spent about $13 or so on everything in the bargain room. Really good stuff overall. Found a bunch of VHS tapes. We have Vampire Wars, which I've never seen before, but it's one of those manga video anime VHS tapes. A lot of stuff for the store, not really much for us this time, but we got Missing in Action 2 and Missing in Action 3 with Chuck Norris. Some Canon films there, and a bunch of sealed VHS. We have Edward Scissorhands, sealed, Mrs. Brown, Willow, Cindy Crawford, A New Dimension, and then found VHS of Blast from the Past. Some DVDs. The season 1 of the Cleveland Show, and his mustache is actually like fuzzy textured there. We have the special edition DVD of Willow. This one will actually be for us. The Rugrats Tales from the Crib, Snow White. Resident Evil Vendetta, an original CG motion picture. I never even heard of this one. The Town That Dreaded Sundown. VeggieTales Big River Rescue, Nick Picks 5, and something for the Video Now player, which was actually worth picking up for its weight, a 3-disc collection of Jackie Chan adventures. Then we found, this is pretty interesting, News from Lake Wobegon, narrated by Garrison Keillor, who is now retired, I believe. A big audio cassette set here from Prairie Home Companion, and this I knew because my dad listened to Prairie Home Companion on NPR all the time for years and years and years. That was on. I think it's still on with a new host now, but I have not heard it in years. I used to listen to that, and there's a whole bunch of other things from that are like gone now, or just in reruns or whatever that I used to listen to on NPR. I found these two that will go up in the store. They actually have their old store tags already still on them, but 2 Audrey Hepburn pictures there. And this is cool. Dungeons & Dragons Fantasy Role-Playing Game Set 2 Expert Rules box. And it includes the Expert Rule Book, and this is from the original version of D&D. So I used to play this, and then the very first version of AD&D, so the very first 2 iterations, and I don't even know what they're on now. I haven't played it in many, many years, but it included that rule book. It included an expert game, the Isle of Dread. Love the artwork on a lot of TSR stuff from like the late 70s through the end of the 80s. Great stuff. It has the map in there and folds out, all kinds of stuff in there. Really cool to see a campaign in there. And then it has the Dungeons & Dragons player manual, the softcover version of that. So that was a really interesting find. And there's one thing in the main room. The main room has just been pretty much dead for months and months. It's all been the bargain room. There's one thing that I took a bit of a chance on, because it's more than I usually would pay for something in the main room. It was $25. But I'm going to take a chance on it with a carrying case, a PSP, and was obviously dead battery, couldn't really charge it or do much of anything in the store. The screen is a little scratched up on the side there. You can see it's glare there and has some smudges. And I can clean some of that off, but it's going to have some scratches on it. I know you can replace the screen for not a lot, so I'm going to see if it's working. We'll figure that out. I would not have spent $25 on that, though, just because of the condition. But inside the case, it has a bunch of loose games, and even loose, if they're all in working condition, none of them are games that I would personally want, so we'd make far more than our money back just on that. We have Grand Theft Auto, Liberty City Stories. The discs all look fine. They're a little scratched up on the back as far as the outer plastic, that clear plastic, but the actual UMD looks fine on all of them. I'm going to test those out. We have Ford Racing Off-Road, Twisted Metal Head-On. Actually, I remember playing that back when that came out. FIFA Soccer 2008. The Simpsons game. and another Grand Theft Auto, Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories. So all those loose, if these are all working, 25 already was a good deal, and then if the PSP is in good condition, I can clean most of that off. Definitely a good deal for 25. Everything's in working order, so I took a little bit of a chance on that one. And yeah, that were my finds for early in the week. I don't know if I could be going back out this week or not. If not, make sure you check out some of the more recent collection videos I put up. I just put 2 more up over the weekend. I have a whole bunch of those that I've been doing lately, and there's still more of those to come. A couple I've actually already filmed.